The bike behind me is, wait. I don't know anything about the bike behind me. I don't know the motor size or its top speed. I don't know the battery capacity or even what color it is. All I know is that I'm super excited to get this thing out of the box, because if you've seen any of the coverage from CES 2024, you'd have seen everybody over there that saw this bike in person absolutely drool over it. So why don't you stick around? We're gonna unbox it and build it together, take a super close look at all the components it comes with, and then we're gonna take it outside for a spin where I'm gonna test all of these. There's a link in the description for you guys to go nerd out over all the specs and maybe even buy one for yourself. But wait, before you go spending your hard-earned cash, why don't we build it and ride it and see if it's actually any good? Okay, don't do this at home. This was done by a trained professional. Oh. What is this? Why is there a coffee mug in here? I can sneak this one out. You guys ready to see it? Woo-hoo-hoo! Brand new from Himiway. This is the C5. Let's put it together. Nice. Okay, you guys have to see the paint job on this frame. Check this out. How sick is that? I think all the padding's off. Let's see what's inside the box. Okay. Himiway hat, bunch of parts, multi-tool, pedals, bell, 13 and 15 millimeter open-ended wrenches, 8 and 10 millimeter open-ended wrench. Oh, this is the derailleur cage and headlight. And in here is gonna be our charger. So Himiway gives us a 54.6 volt output at 3 amps. Let's take a look at the battery. Oh, and look at this thing. Coffee mug. I wonder if that's what the coffee cup is for. Coffee cup goes in here. Look at that. Seems sturdy enough. Let's start by putting the derailleur cage on. I think we'll do cable on the outside, just for easy maintenance. Derailleur guard on. Time to put on the pedals. Always a good idea to give the threads a little bit of a greasing, just so that they don't seize inside the cranks. And then they're always labeled left and right. And I try to remember when the pedals are going on, you're gonna go towards the front of the bike on both the left and the right side. And when they're coming off, you're gonna rotate towards the back of the bike. Pressure towards the front of the bike. Handlebars like so. Let's see what kind of disc we're working with. Ooh, so we've got Tektro 180 millimeter discs, front and back. Nice. You gotta be careful when taking the guards off the wheels. You gotta make sure to grab these little dust seals and make sure that they go back onto the axle. Like so. How's it looking? There is one more thing to mount to the bike. Headlight on. Oh yeah. All we gotta do now is connect it. Line up the pins, all set. Let's turn this bike on. Have you ever seen a battery that does this? How about that for extra visibility at night? So the bike's all built up now. I don't think there's anything left to do but to stare at it. So let's take a closer look at this bike. Starting in the back here, we've got a set of Kenda branded Himiway tires. These are 20-inch tall by 4-inch wide. We've got a Shimano Altus derailleur with a 7-speed cassette. And take a look at this tread pattern in these tires. These are custom tires made only for this bike. This has got Himiway's logo built into the tire. So the motor is branded by Himiway. It shows to operate at 48 volts on a 20-inch wheel, and it's 750 watts. I'm really glad to see a fender here. Plastic, fully customized for this bike. And it's just gonna keep all the water and mud off the rear shock. Look at this speckled snow camo frame. It's awesome. Oh, there's the rear shock. So here's where the rear shock is tucked in. It's an air shock, which means there's a valve here which you can pump up more pressure if you're a heavy rider, or you can take some air out if you're on the lighter side. Either way, you're gonna be able to tune this shock no matter what you weigh. Here's the back of the bike. You've got a handle here so you can lift the bike and move the rear wheel around. Here's the rear tail light. Let's turn it on. Okay, so this is daytime. We'll turn on the headlights and the tail light. There it is. Adjust the camera a little bit. This might be too bright. Brake application. No turn signals on this one. Just a brake light. Moving on up here, we've got some metal pedals, some short cranks, and a pretty big chainring, I think. I hope this thing's big enough so we don't have to ghost pedal at 28 miles an hour. We'll see. And back here, we've got that motocross inspired seat. Let's see how comfy it is. Oh yeah. This thing has some cushion. It's super supple, nice and soft. You've got cushion all the way to the sides too, where your legs go. This looks really nice. Moving to the front here, we've got that same 20-inch diameter, 4-inch wide Kenda tires by Himiway. And look at this front fork. It is a beauty. Triple clamp inverted fork with carbon fiber stanchion guards. It's got rebound at the bottom with 12 clicks of adjustment. And up top, we've got the compression knob. Firm, nice and soft. I'll probably run it somewhere in the middle. Here's the headlight. Let's turn it on. There we go. Let's take a look at the controls. On the right, we've got a nice set of rubber lock-on grips, rapid fire 7-speed shifter, and Tektro hydraulic brakes. These look and feel super nice. And over here on the left, we've got another rubber lock-on grip, thumb throttle. And over here, we've got our remote with our plus and minus keys for our pedal assist modes, power, and mode button. Here's our screen. We've got our battery level at the top, whether our headlight's on or off. We've got our pedal assist modes from 0 to 5. Our speed, trip. If we hit the mode button, it'll give us an average speed, max speed, minutes running, the odometer, and the trip. So let's crank it to 5, and let's see how fast this thing can go without any weight on it. .1 miles per hour. Here's what a 5'9" dude looks like sitting on it. I can get my feet all the way flat to the ground. If you're taller, you can sit back. Air shock feels great. Front fork feels buttery smooth. Nice. I just feel at home on this bike, you know? Nice, high, wide, comfortable handlebars. Great feeling brake levers. Big display right up front. Doesn't stick out too much. Convenient cup holder right here. Extra visibility on both sides. Can you guys still see the lights when I'm sitting on the bike? Oh yeah, a little bit, hey? Can't wait to take this thing outside. So I'm gonna plug this guy in and let it charge overnight so we can get a full battery and all the speed, all the torque for a test drive. All right, boys and girls, we are above the Himiway C5 for its maiden voyage today. I'm super excited to ride this bike. I saw a ton of coverage from CES 2024 and I absolutely had to get my hands on one. But let's get one thing out of the way right now. A lot of you guys in the comments have been saying, oh, you know, YouTubers get sent these bikes for free and they're gonna be totally biased, right? You wouldn't want to say anything bad about the bike. That way you could work with the brand more and more and, you know, get more and more bikes, right? So I value your trust way more than getting free bikes from these companies. The last thing I want to do is feed you a bunch of bull about a bike have you spend your hard-earned cash on a bike that I recommend and having it turn out to be shit. So everything you hear from me today is going to be my honest opinion about it. I'm going to do my best to show you and not tell you about the bike, if that makes sense. So let's bomb it downhill, see if this thing's capped at a certain speed. Well, 28, 29, 31, 33, 34. Yeah. So it's nice to see that the motor doesn't actually limit the bike's speed downhill. Time for the hill climb. Got a fire hydrant here, got about a 15% grade hill coming up. Same hill you'll find in most neighborhoods. Pedal assist number 5. I'm gonna go throttle only. Let's go. So I haven't unlocked the bike yet. It's still locked at 20 miles an hour. Let's see if we get up there. Yeah, got up to 20 miles an hour. Now we're starting to climb. So let's see what kind of speed we can hold up the hill. I'm not gonna help the bike in any way here. 13, 14. The speed's not bad. The power is not bad either. It's kind of average. Got the job done. All right, we've made it on to test drive island. Time to test out the pedal assist modes. I've got it in pedal assist 0 right now in the easiest gear. Let's see what this bike is like to pedal with no assist. It's doable, right? I can probably go down a couple of gears, and man, pedaling an electric bike with no assistance is just no fun. So let's go to number 1. And remember guys, I still have this bike locked at 20 miles an hour, exactly how it comes out of the box. I haven't played with anything yet. So number 1 will take us up to about 12 miles an hour. Let's go to number 2, a bit more power, 14. Oh, it looks like, yeah, you know what? Speedometer and GPS are pretty close. Maybe a half a mile an hour difference. Number 3, drop a gear. Number 4, I'm all the way in the hardest gear now. Number 5, there you go, 20 miles an hour. Okay, time for acceleration. Throttle only. I've got it in pedal assist number 5, and go. Instant power. There's no lag with the throttle at all. 14, 15, 19, 20. Nice. That was pretty quick. It's a smooth ramp up. It's not super torquey. I think it's 86 Newton meters of torque the motor has, and it's not unlocked yet. So the torque is actually really gradual. You know, it's not gonna throw me off the back of the bike like some of the other bikes I've been riding. What do you guys say we unlock this thing and see what it actually can do? Okay, so we're gonna get into the menu. Go in here. Put in the passcode, raise the speed of the bike as high as it goes. 4, 25, 26, 27, 28. There we go. Hold M to save it, and we're back. I think also the other thing I've been reading, you have to cycle the power of the bike just for the information to get to the motor and the controller. So let's power the bike back on, and now we should have full power for the bike. Let's see. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Will the little C5 get up to 28 miles an hour? There you go, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, tuck. Is that gonna make a difference? No. 26.6. GPS is showing 25, and the speedometer on the bike is showing 26. So take that for what it is. Looks like our top speed on the C5 right now is 25 miles an hour. Hello. Let's see what this thing's like off-road. Pretty smooth. Oh, I don't want to get it dirty. It's such a pretty bike. Which one's gonna be? Let's go around here. There we go. Let's get onto the beach. See if these tires are any good on the sand.
So let's talk a little bit about what this bike's like to ride. Let's start with ergonomics. Up front, the handlebars are perfect. They're wide, they're high, they put you in a nice, comfortable position. I absolutely love them. The grips are awesome too. Lock-on grips. They're not, you know, that cheap plastic that's super hard and still slippery. I love these grips. The brake levers feel awesome. They're fully adjustable, so you can bring in the levers close to you if you have shorter fingers. You can bring them out if you have big hands. Absolutely love the feel of these levers. The bars have a lot of room for you to put things on. I kind of rearranged my throttle and brakes, so now they feel great. The pedals are super cheap, basic pedals. I don't feel like I'm going to be pedaling a whole lot on this bike, so that doesn't really matter. And then the other thing that you're always in contact with is the seat. The seat gets a 10 out of 10. It's the most comfortable seat I've sat on any bike that I've reviewed. It's big, it's super cushy. There's tons of room on it. You can sit back, sit up front. I like to sit kind of like in the groove here, right? Ride this thing like a little pit bike. Love this seat. The suspension feels great. It's air suspension in the back, so you can totally adjust it. I put the right amount of PSI for my body weight, so I get all the travel and all the support that I need at my body weight. Your body weight will be different, so you can have a different PSI on your shock, and you can just set that up with a simple little shock pump. And the front fork is one of the best forks I have ever tested on a bike in this price point. It is smooth, there's no clunk, it's got full compression and rebound adjustment. Right now I've got it set at the fastest, I believe, but it's not springy, you know what I mean? It's got damping in there, so it just feels so smooth. Very comfortable bike to sit on. Look at this beauty. Inverted forks, integrated headlight, custom tires, 20 amp hour battery that lights up, dirt bike seat, air rear suspension, awesome handlebars, tons of power. I mean, what else could you want? Now, do we have enough power to get us off the beach? Let's go. Okay, we're doing it. Nice. All right, we got out. So 86 Newton meters of torque, plenty of power to get you out of the sand. Okay, let's go. Pedal a little bit just to get it up to speed. 23, 24, 25, and wow. I don't know if it's the tires on this bike or the brakes, or maybe that it's bone dry outside, but I have never stopped this far back from that marker. So everything that's happening here as far as braking goes, the traction on the tires, the brakes, that did the trick. Nice. Don't poop on me! Oh, that was a close one. So who's the C5 for? Well, I'll tell you who it's not for. It's not for someone who wants to get a workout. It's not for someone who's gonna wanna use it as a mountain bike. I mean, it'll climb hills, it'll ride trails. This bike is like a little pit bike. It rides like a little dirt bike. It's got 20-inch slick tires. It's nimble. It's a fun little bike to ride around. It's super comfortable. Front and rear suspension, some of the best I've felt in a long time on a bike this price. And yeah, that's it. It's for someone who wants to have fun on a bike. In the next video, I'm gonna be taking the C5 out to work. I'm gonna be commuting with it in the dark. So I'm gonna show you guys how powerful the headlight is, how visible the rear and brake light is. I'm gonna throw on some LED pedals. It'll be a fun night ride. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because that video is coming soon. And hopefully we can get more details as far as pricing goes from Himiway. Hopefully get some good sales out there, some discount codes that they can send my way to help you guys lower the price and get these into a lot of homes. I mean, this bike is a lot of fun. And if the C5 is not for you, that's okay. Maybe the bike in this video will be more what you're looking for. I'll see you guys there.